Hi. I can see like so many people are still, like including myself, like we cannot stop comparing ourselves to someone, right? Others. And I, I don't know why, but when I take shower, I have thoughts and ideas and visions. I don't know, visions. And last night, when I was taking shower, I saw so many of you guys are out there like depressed or like being negative over like comparing yourselves to someone, and that's why I'm here to talk about it, yap about it. Okay. And I took a memo actually, so I would just read it out loud first. Stop comparing. First of all, like, I don't want to say stop comparing because it's easier said than done, but I don't know, I can't come up with like better expression, so I'll just say stop comparing. And I'll just write it down, really, like just write it down. So sometimes sentences make any sense, but don't mind it, please. Stop comparing and get negative over it. We are different. I know we can see how much people are doing in their lives, since these are the most likely to get views on social media, and yet there's less people talking about themselves not accomplishing or just existing, since it might be considered as lazy. But we all are different capacity, ability, background, source we can access to, mental strength, durability, etc. It's easy to get caught up on these things and be pessimistic, but the thing is, we are different. We are here to experience variety things which vary for each person. Just because something was for that person, that doesn't mean that's for you as well. We are here for different reasons and purposes. We are not here to live the same life as someone else. And I strongly believe that literally everything happens for a reason. So, whatever your current situation looks like and make you feel like you're behind, unworthy, lazy, but it's happening for a reason. Maybe to ignite something within you, or it could be to have clarity in your life, or it could be give you the opportunity to slow down and charge and heal from the past and getting ready for next big exciting thing which you asked for before to come. I don't know, it could be whatever. And also, you are exactly you're meant to be, wherever you are right now, even if it doesn't seem like it in your human brain or mind. It's totally valid to feel that way, but please stop comparing yourself to others and getting negative over it. You're exactly where you're meant to be at the right time, no matter how it seems like. Not just that, also when you accomplish something but you compare yourself to someone who is doing and achieving so much more than you, and you'll get negative and you'll forget like how much you've done. But like I said, we're different. We experience things in different timelines. Only person you can compare yourself to is past version of yourself. That's the only way to do fair comparison. If you think you've done enough, even if others might not think so, it doesn't matter. You have done enough. Treat yourself better. You deserve more and more than you're giving yourself credit for right now. That was my memo I took last night. And yeah, I don't know what should I talk first, because there's so much. Stop comparing. It's way easier said than done. If you are on social media, or you are scrolling, or if you are your environment is kind of like full of, there's so many factors to cause you to compare yourselves to someone or others, right? And if only you could, like, you know, wipe these like factors out of your system or your environment, it will be nice. But you know, most of the time that's not how it works, or you know, you can't do it. Right? And so, like, you know, I always say this, but you cannot control external things, but the only thing you can control is your internal things, your inner self, or your, you know, mind, or the way you think, or something, stuff like that. So that's what I'm here to talk about, because you know, everyone does that, but I did it. I used to do it like crazily. Like I was obsessed with comparing myself to others. Like, it's not like I wanted to do it, but I couldn't stop it. I couldn't stop doing it. I couldn't help it. And I was always negative. I was always insecure about myself. I was always scared to do something, especially something new. You know, because I failed so many times, yet, you know, the grass is always greener on the other side. So looks like my friends are doing great, and they are achieving so much compared to myself. Like, it seemed like it before, when I was comparing myself to others, like crazily, like too much. And then when I was in that time, like, it was so, I can't even put what I was going through into words, but it was so sad and hard, and feels like I am unworthy, you know. But sometimes I feel like I am lazy, and you know, even though I am working really, really hard, but things not gonna work out instantly. But yet, like, you know, there's so many, like, easy to spot, easy to find, like, someone achieving so much, achieving like crazily for their ages, you know, and then like compare myself to that person or that people, and like be negative, be pessimistic. Why am I like this? Why? Like, you know, there's someone like younger than me achieving so much more than myself, but why am I still not doing anything, not accomplishing anything? Like, what am I doing? And I used to think that I'm supposed to work really, really hard, no matter what I think, no matter what I felt, no matter what I thought. You know, I don't care about what I think, what I want. Doesn't matter. If you work really, really hard for, like, recklessly, I don't know if it's that the right word, but then what's gonna happen? I didn't know what's gonna happen then, but you know, I was feeling like I was needing to work really, really hard constantly, no matter what. But now that I think about it, you know, as I talk about it, I was like, maybe that's why so many people get lost there in their lives. But you know, society is kind of pushing ourselves to work hard constantly, no matter what. So we get lost. That's why people are feeling kind of void inside of them, because it's not, you know, first of all, we're here to experience like variety things, which differs for each person. I think like everyone has their own purposes here on why they came here on this planet. So, but it's different for each person. So, like, you know, some people, like, you know, get successful in a category. I don't know, it's so vague, but category right away, because that was meant for them. Or, you know, there's many reasons for that, but I think it's kind of meant for them. or I don't know. There are so many reasons what happens, but I don't know specifically. Maybe you are struggling, you are kind of like feel unworthy or unfulfilled because that's not for you. There's so many like fields you can shine in. You can shine in, but now is the time for you to, you know, learn something out of something you don't want to do, because you know everything at the end of the day, like we can learn so many things from like both good and bad things. I don't know, there's so much things going on in my mind, so I don't know what should I talk about right now, but it will get messy, but don't mind it, please. So now what I'm thinking about in my head is, so if you get successful, hypothetically, what should I get, for example? I don't know. Come on. Some sort of job. But it's not like you want it to be as your occupation, but you know, your life led you to that occupation, to that job. But if you then if you hypothetically, if you know, get successful in that field, in that job, then maybe you will like do nothing, you know, you will just keep living like that, like without doubting your path, or without your doubting your career, whatever you have hypothetically in that situation. Makes sense? Because you know, once you get successful, then you will be like secured, as like, you know, your reality will be secured. You got money, you got fame, you got maybe family, you got like, you know, positions like CEO or manager, or you know, I don't know, a position. By that I mean that these things. And so maybe you will get successful, but you will not fulfilled because it's not something you've always wanted. But you will be like, it's okay, I am secured, so, and there's no point of like throwing it all out and, you know, start over your life, because you already have like fame and successful and money and family to support, or you know, something like that. But maybe if you are watching this video, maybe you are feeling like you don't belong to that environment where you are currently in, but you don't know what to do, and you feel like unworthy. You feel like you're lazy because you can't take action, you know. But first of all, everyone is, so you're not lazy. It's just, you know, how our survival instinct is kind of like avoiding us from taking that action, because it comes with pain, and we don't want to lose our comfort. We don't want to risk our stability or security to do something, right? We want to keep it as long as possible, as much as we can. So as long as possible, yeah. So first of all, oh my gosh, it's all over the place, but bear with me, please. So yeah, what was I even talking about? See, this always happens. So, but it is happening, maybe, but you are not like that. You are doubting, or you are like questioning your life. Is it okay? Is this really what I want to do, or something like that? I guess that's what I heard. So it is a, you know, I don't want to say it is a good thing, because it's so uncomfortable and it's so like negative thing on the surface. But it is happening for you, because without it, then you would never like doubt or stop, like pause your life and reflect on it, on your path, or face yourself and what do you want to do, or ask these questions. What do you want to do? Like, what do you want your life to be like? Or these sort of like look for your purpose here, or listen to your inner voice, which really crucial, which is the most important thing in your life. But we are kind of too busy to do it, most of us in this society. So that's why a lot of people are not fulfilled. That's what I thought. So it is, I don't want to say a good thing, but it is kind of nudges to lead you where you are where you are meant to be, your purpose or your goals, or I don't know, some sort of something. It's so vague, but yeah, it is actually giving you these nudges to lead you where you are meant to shine in. Everyone is like, whenever you are whatever you are experiencing, but it is happening for a reason, and it is meant to happen for you. So, but I am talking about comparison. So yeah, maybe someone needed to hear this. What should I talk about next? I don't know why, but I am like talking about social media so much, and that's why I want to say this, but deleting the app, I think it will help drastically reduce your numbers of comparing yourself to others. I don't know, is it just me, or when I am scrolling on social media, then I will just automatically, my brain starts to compare myself to others, like without me realizing it. But after like scrolling, I will be like, oh, I was comparing myself to others, and I feel kind of negative about myself, and I will be insecure about myself, because there's so many successful people on the app and creating videos about their lives. They're sharing what they are experiencing, or their thoughts, their like journey. It is good as it is, but when you are kind of depressed, or when you are kind of not, when you are like in the state of doubting yourself, or questioning your life, when you are in that state, then your mental will be unstable. So you will get, if you get like these successful people kind of information, then you will start to compare yourself, and you will start to feel negative about yourself, right? So that's why I recommend you to delete the app, or just spend less time on it. It's easier said than done, so deleting it does a lot, and it helps you drastically, I guess, dramatically. So I would suggest that. So just because something was for that person, that doesn't mean that's for you as well. That's what I talked about. We are here to experience variety things, which vary for each person. Yeah, and we experience different things in different timelines. So maybe I keep saying the same thing, but I will do whatever I want to do. So we're here to, like I said before, like there's many people, some people like get successful or millionaire like in their early 20s or late teen age. But you know there's many factors for that, but maybe that was meant for them to get successful in that field. So maybe what they did to get millionaire, to get successful for themselves, maybe that might work for someone else, but not all of them. So even if you try that successful people taught you to do what they did to get successful, get on that level, what they did in their journey, that doesn't mean it's gonna work in your life. Does that make sense? Because we're here to experience different things in different timelines, and our purposes here is different for each person. So maybe it might work for you, but maybe not. Hi guys, I got cut off again and again. Like, how many times do I need to get cut off and finish this video? I don't know, but it is meant to happen. I don't know. So as you can see, my pimple is getting bigger. It's actually getting better, but you know, sorry for that. Not sorry, but don't mind it. I wanted to put pimple patches because there's two, one and two, but you know, I move my mouth obviously to talk, so you know, it's in my way. So, but it's off topic. I'm trying to remember what I was talking about before. So I watched the video, and I was talking about something about like we different things in different timelines. So maybe something might work for maybe something which worked for that person, that doesn't mean it will work for you. Yeah, so it might or might not. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And then, but I obviously lost my point, so let me read the note I took again. So that was I was talking about, and as I read this memo I took before, I thought it's actually no. Comparing yourself to others is kind of like, you know, for me personally, I think it's not a good thing, but how can I word this? But you know, that means they are not fulfilled in their lives, so they want to, like, you guys want to improve, you guys want to like change something, you guys want to, you know, without these emotions, like, you know, you feel something negative about your current reality, you wouldn't do anything, right? Even you never question about your current reality if you didn't have these emotions like you have about your reality, current reality right now, right? So comparing yourself to others is kind of like, like I said, I don't want people to do that, but that's also like, you know, you guys actually want to change something, or you know, maybe they want the life they are living, you know, not exactly same as the person you are looking up to, yeah, but you know, kind of like same idea. They're fulfilling life you want. Like, who doesn't want that, right? I want it too. So yeah, it's actually like your soul is kind of like calling you to do certain things or do actually take action, or you know, at least question, or you know, to kind of like face your emotions, face yourself, and figure out what you really want to achieve or what you really want to do in your life. So it's actually not a bad thing if you look at it like that. So that's the thought came through as I read this notebook, a note I took. Yeah, that's why, yeah, this part. So whatever your current situation looks like and make you feel like you're behind, unworthy, lazy, it's happening for a reason. I think that's the reason, one of the reasons why you are feeling like unworthy, behind, lazy. Not necessarily because of that. What am I talking about? Like, you know, but there's also like, you know, on the surface level, you are comparing yourself to that person or these people who are, you know, on social media, probably, I don't know. And then, you know, maybe you are spotting, like you are naming something you don't have but they have, and then be negative. You know, but also there's like some, like, you know, there's part of you who want to actually change something, you know, do like something aligned with your soul, with your purpose. So that's why that is something, maybe to ignite something within you, or it could be to have clarity in your life, or maybe for you to learn a lesson from it. You're not behind, you're not unworthy, you're not lazy. You know, sometimes people, without us even realizing it, but we hit the like maximum capacity, or like mental capacity, or I don't know how to explain this, but you know, mental, like way wear out our mental energy as we live like in this reality, right? So sometimes we are too busy to realize that we are out of battery, or we are out of our energy. So could be give you the opportunity to slow down and charge and heal from the past and getting ready for next big I know. Yeah, like, you know, sometimes that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, okay. Especially like when I used to do, like when I used to compare myself to others the most, like the time I did it the most was when I was kind of like in between season. I guess I could say it's kind of like sacred pause before, not the sacred pause I am experiencing right now, but before. And you know, long story short, but I kind of maybe I was dealing with my depression, but I didn't go and see a doctor, so I don't really know, but I am pretty sure I had what was the word? Depression? Yeah, mental illness. And I couldn't step out, like I couldn't get out of my house. Maybe it's not depression, it could be some other like mental illness, but I had some kind of mental illness, so I couldn't get one step outside of my house, and I was so scared to see like people walking around on the street, so you know, like strangers. I got scared, so I couldn't even go to convenience store or, you know, to get groceries. You know, kind of like these, when I'm in that state, when I was in that state of my mental health, state of when my mental health was compromised, like I was comparing myself to others the most. You know, I was always kind of like, because you know, I wanted to change the reality, because you know, me just staying at my house the whole day without me working and getting paid, and you know, it's kind of embarrassing to share with you guys about my experience, but I couldn't work, so I had to like stay home, even though that's not what I really wanted to, because I knew, you know, I was kind of like thinking about, like, you know, I think it was when I was 20 or 19. Yeah, 19 or 20. Yeah. So I knew, like, you know, when you are young, your your time is valuable, your time is important anytime, but especially when you're young, what you experience in your young age, does that make sense, is crucial for your later life. So and I was kind of rushing to change it. I was rushing to, like, you know, get better and, like, you know, just beat the illness, and I wanted to, you know, do some certain things. You know, at that time I believed that I am supposed to work really hard for, like, you know, I didn't care about how I feel, but you know, I was kind of feeling to be needing to work hard constantly, no matter what. I don't care whether it's something I wanted or not. Most of the time it wasn't something I wanted, but you know, working hard is a hero. Working hard is a must. Working hard, like, you know, you're supposed to work hard no matter what. I don't care. I don't care. What did I say that? So yeah. So, but you know, clearly when I was in that state, I couldn't do that, even though in my brain I wanted to do that, but my body and mental wasn't catching up with me. So that kind of, how can I explain this? You know, it felt so weird, because inside of me, within me, or in my brain, in my ego was telling me to work really hard. My ego was so loud at that time, back in these days. So my ego was telling me to work hard no matter what. I don't care about you, and you shouldn't care about yourself. You know, when you're sick, when you have fever, or even if you get sick, you need to work hard. That's what my ego was telling me to do. So, but you know, like I said, my mental and my heart was like not like that. Couldn't move, couldn't feel anything except for fear, except for like despair, except for, you know, darkness, like, you know, negative emotions. So I was so, like, you know, always rushing to, you know, get better, like I said, beat this illness, and, like, you know, get back to society and work really hard, but I couldn't do it. So that kind of, you know, that gloomy feeling was so loud inside of me. So I was kind of going crazy every day, and I felt guilty I felt sorry for my mother because she, no matter what she is going through, she took care of me no matter what. And she, because I didn't want to burden her. So, but I did the opposite. I burdened her. So that's the most like I guess I could say annoying to myself. I was annoyed by myself because I was burdening her, but that's the last thing I wanted to do. So so many reasons. So I wanted to just I just wanted to improve. I just wanted to change the reality, but I couldn't. So that was kind of killing me. Yeah. Why am I talking about this? But now that I know what's gonna happen after that, because I got through it and I kept living, so I know what's gonna happen after that, and actually after that I get to beat my mental illness, and grow bigger, get better, and I actually it was a part-time job, but that's something I really wanted to do. So I get to work at a place where I always wanted to work. So not always wanted to work, but at the moment back then I wanted to work there, but I was too scared to do it. But I was like, I don't care, I'll just do it. And I did it, and so many good things happened after that sacred pause. So 23 minutes, are you kidding? So I don't know why I talked about it, but but one thing I could, if I were to give advice to that version of myself, I would give this: stop comparing. Because I went through that and I learned this lesson from that experience, and so many some experiences after that. But literally everyone experiences their own experience in different timelines, and we experience different things for each person, differ for each person. So maybe sometimes you want but like I said, even if something worked for that person, but that doesn't mean that's meant for you. So it's gonna work for you. That doesn't mean it's gonna work the same way as it did for that person. So at the end of the day, we're different, and only person you can compare yourself to is past version of yourself. I literally believe so. Yeah, because that way you can do fair comparison. That's what I'm talking about, because we're the same person, but in different timeline. So we can do fair comparison, in my idea of fair comparison. So yeah. Do I have something else I wanted to talk? Yeah, it's just, and when you accomplished something, that's it's been too long, so I will finish this topic as soon as possible. But when you accomplish something, but you will be, if you are constantly comparing yourself to others, then maybe, probably, or for sure, like 10 out of 10 times you would do, or 9 out of 10 times when you accomplish something good, but you will be like, but there's so many people out there or around you accomplished or achieving so much more than you are doing, so this is nothing. This is like nothing. That's not true. That's not true. You did enough. You have done enough, and you deserve more. Like I said, you deserve more, and more than you are giving yourself credit for right now. Forget about someone else, because you are the one who did it, who achieved it, who accomplished it. Why would you even compare yourself to others when you are, congratulating your accomplishments? It's your accomplishment. It's your life. So why would you even compare yourself to others when something good happened to you and you've worked hard for it? If you don't recognize or acknowledge your effort, then who will, right? So yeah, you've done enough, and you've done enough, and you are not giving yourself credit for what you have done before enough. Did that make sense? You're not giving yourself enough credit for what you have done till this moment right now. Yeah, that's, treat yourself better. You deserve more and more good things for yourself, from yourself. Yeah. And yeah, that's it, pretty much it for today's video. It's been too long. Probably this video is gonna be long, but thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a wonderful, magical, mystical, awesome day, night, morning, lunchtime, nighttime, dinner time, whenever you're watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you soon.